Oh, hello everyone. It's Susie Crypto Granny here. Sorry I'm a bit late today. I've had to talk to some of my clients and they're in my top tiers of Patreon, which you can see on Crypto Granny. We set up investment portfolios, trading portfolios, other income type portfolios for cryptocurrency. There's a lot of ways of making income with cryptocurrency, not just trading and investments. And they're set up on different strategies. So check out my Patreon, Crypto Granny, and check out my YouTube channel too, Crypto Granny as well. So let's get on with it today. I'm running a bit late. It's the 10th of March and it's 16:57 Amsterdam time. I do believe this market is going to go full bull. Honestly, I really do. And I've been saying that for a while. Excuse me. Everything I read just tells me more and more money is coming into this market. Now, obviously, the 1.9 trillion American rescue package is being voted on, and we're waiting for that. And they really want to get that out, as I said before, on the 14th of March, because that's when the last lot of unemployment benefits in the States finish. So this will actually, with this new stimulus package, will give $1,400 a week to people. I don't know how long it's going to last for, but that money, certainly this money that they're creating out of thin air in the US, which will eventually put pressure on the US yen down from 108, which is too high. That will absolutely come into the cryptocurrency market. There's no doubt about it as far as I'm concerned. So I just think there's so much going on. Plus the Fed is using yield curve management techniques to manipulate the yield curve, particularly in the 10-year part of the curve, which is miraculously below 1.6 now, the 10-year yield curve in the States, the bond curve. And it's at 1.56, and it just smacks of Fed, US Fed manipulation in terms of buying the long end of the yield curve and, potentially selling off the short end, which is basically a flattening of the yield curve. And also, look, I do believe there's inflation in the system, which is also going to be good for cryptocurrency as well. So, there is a lot of money afloat, and it's going to certainly pump up markets, that's for sure. So let's just look at the stats and everything first, and then we'll talk about the news stories today. I'll do it a little bit differently. At the moment, we've got total market cap for the market, 1.718 trillion. That's up a bit. Volume, 70.58 bill. Liquidity is up a lot, actually, 3.7 bill. And Bitcoin dominance is 61.12%. Now, as I've told you all, I expect that dominance over this year to get down to 45%, which means specific altcoins are going to do extremely well. And in our investment portfolio, we have about 19 different coins. And obviously, we do have a sprinkling Bitcoin. But again, it's set up properly for a risk-adjusted rate of return where we expect to get every, 90 days at least, 250% return. So with that, it shows that the rate of return for, say, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or even XRP is only going to show a rate of return for a 90-day quarter of about 50%, whereas the alts, in my mind, the specific alts that we're invested in, will show a rate of return risk-adjusted of 250%. So, and then, the trading portfolio, we trade that as well and make money because we're always in the market, getting used to selling, making sure that, the deliverable of money to our accounts and all sorts of things works and everything else. So, and you get used to that because then you can, get ready for when you have to, sell, if ever, your investment portfolio. But you can always borrow money against crypto, with Nexo or something like that. But anyway, let's just, go back to this. So essentially, if we look at the volume in the market for 24 hours, Tether's done 22.82 bill, Bitcoin 9.63 bill, Ethereum 4.62 bill, Binance US 3.64 bill, Binance itself 3.28 bill, which is a lot. Gosh, they're buying up Binance, and Binance I think is going to break out from $284. There's no doubt about it. I think it'll take out its highs again, 348. It's killing Ethereum with Binance Smart Chain, absolutely killing it. And, Ethereum came out and said today, they're going to improve something and it's going to scale 100 times faster in the next 6 months, but it's still proof of work. And proof of work is costing people a fortune, and people won't use it. I mean, I went to go and use it the other day for $30. It was going to charge me a $20 fee, which is a joke. So they're going to bleed. Ethereum will bleed. And I'm out there for saying that Binance will replace Ethereum and become, under Bitcoin. Seriously, Binance BNB. So it's a great investment. If you look at, Polkadot's up there, which doesn't surprise me, 1.17 bill. Cardano's up there at 984 mil. Chile's, which we're in for our trading portfolio. We got into that at 0.07. It's just a no-brainer. There's just so much opportunity in this market. So anyway, let's go to the news, and then we'll talk about other stuff as well, because there's some interesting stuff I want to bring to your attention here. So JP Morgan Chase published a report warning financial companies they risk falling behind in the digital finance world if they don't do something about it. So with that, they've basically created this product which is linked to cryptocurrency. It's an issue of a debt note, and it focuses on companies that are already in cryptocurrency, directly in cryptocurrency, or are exposed by investments. Just having a glass of water. And I think this is a great idea, seriously, because it's a basket of these companies with exposure to cryptocurrency assets or the industry. So it includes MicroStrategy, Square, Riot, Blockchain, Chipmaker, NVIDIA, for example, and there's 11 companies, okay? And so the note will basically pay on the company to the performance of the companies, of the 11 companies, minus a 1.5% management fee, which is expensive, and apparently has an expiry of May 2022. I think that's awesome. Now, the equity market could do a lot of this, and this is, great for cryptocurrency as well, seriously, because it's going to make more people invest in cryptocurrency, which I think is a really interesting article in itself. The equity market is creating, and the debt market are creating new products out of cryptocurrency as well, which is amazing. So Ethereum came out and they said they're working on a second layer solution in the next couple of weeks, which will help with its fees, but many people don't believe that because it's still going to be proof of work. And then they came out and said that we're working on our 100 times scaling issue, but they're still proof of work and they're just going to bleed, seriously. So no good at all. Also, Houbi Hong Kong authorities have granted Houbi asset management license to manage portfolios and invest in virtual assets, allowing it to join the club of other cryptocurrencies that are targeting huge institutional investors. And that is big because, in Asia and China and that sort of thing, there's a lot of Asians that have an absolute mega wealth. So watch out for Houbi. I think also the price of crypto is very underpriced at the moment. It's about $16.30. We have that in our investment portfolio. And I do believe that Houbi can get to $30 and higher because of what they're doing. They're going into asset management as well, which is going to create incredible wealth for them and also fees and income from investors as well. DeFi Dodo recovers half its crypto that was stolen by hackers via short contracts. So that's not great for them. I mentioned that yesterday. Also, the movers were Matic, AVAC and Binance, and we've got both Matic and Binance, and we have been invested in AVAX. We got into that at $12.55 and then got out about $48. But reason why I don't like AVAX anymore is because smart contracts, the Smart Chain Binance has basically taken over all the interoperability to other networks that don't have smart contracts, other blockchains that don't have smart contracts, right? And AVAX, basically, they were with Flare and XRP, giving, Flare clients Ethereum's virtual machine via AVAX's technology. So basically, Binance can do this now. And so therefore, anyone that's got interoperability between different networks, they don't have a competitive advantage anymore because Binance is actually doing it. So that's why I love Binance, and Binance is going to go a long way. And certainly Polgyon, Matic has done some interesting things lately as well, which they're getting into the non-fungible token, which is not transferable, like in games and everything else. So that's also why we hold Matic as well. DXL Network is integrating Polgyon, Matic, and blockchain and Polgyon, which I think is fantastic. And again, that's Matic's doing a lot like this as well, which is great for them. Apparently, the numbers of BTC ATMs in the US rose 177% last year. So apparently, there's over 10,000 Bitcoin ATMs, and in cryptocurrency land all over. Last year there was 16,835. So can you imagine when you start to see ATMs all over the world for cryptocurrency? I mean, this market cap is not going to be 1.7 trillion. I tell you, by the end of the year, it's going to be 6 trillion. You know, there's so much money coming into this market. It's the cheapest uninvested market. 106 million people in the world out of 7.7 billion are invested. It's not even 1% or so. And every other market, fiat market, is expensive. So there's going to be a massive wealth allocation to cryptocurrency. Bitcoin ETFs launched in Malaysia. ETFs are exchange traded funds. And that, you know, and as I said, in Asia, crypto is huge, okay? Ripple Boxes appears on Axios and calling SEC lawsuit misguided. They need to get this sorted out, Ripple, because seriously, XRP is just going to bleed. If this thing goes on till the 16th of August, when their next meeting is, XRP will just bleed to 40 cents, unfortunately, which is not going to be great for anyone. But as I said, we do hold XRP in our investment portfolio, but we also have a diversity of sectors and the best crypto in those sectors, okay? So we hold, you know, at least 20 other coins apart from XRPs. So if XRP doesn't do that well, all the other coins are doing very well. So also Fantom to present its blockchain to UNI's central bank digital currency group. Wow, that sounds amazing. UN Central Bank Digital Currency Group, which is an international telecommunications union. Fantom is to provide a customised and modernised monetary system. And they're presenting this on the 11th, which is really interesting. Shinhan Bank, which is a South Korean bank, is piloting digital currency with the country's central bank and LG Corporation, which is a corporation listed, which is huge. So that's a big story in itself. Amazing. Also, Galaxy Digital CEO Director Novogratz said that he's taken an interest in Cardano, and that could be one of his next bets, so investment bets. And look, I do believe Cardano ADA can go higher, probably to about $390. Let me say that again. $3.90, okay? Not $3.90. 3.9 at the moment, short term. Golem on Ethereum apparently is looking to go to their own mainnet by March 9th, which is yesterday or today. And good on them, because seriously, if they're on Ethereum, it's going to be absolutely killing them, okay? Interesting enough, Golem basically, has on its networks, requesters and providers, where you can basically provide, downtime computer power services to people where you can rent them from or rent to and that sort of thing. So apparently, if you use Golem services, it's cheaper than moving or running a server and that sort of thing, because you're actually renting someone's computer grunt, okay, for big data analysis or AI, artificial intelligence, or graphics or machine learning and that sort of thing. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Now, I've got a really great story here about Chilez, CHZ, which we've got as a trading coin at the moment, but I think this is going to go a long way. Because AC Milan is their client, and AC Milan is about to launch its own non-fungible tokens, right? And this is hugely bullish for CHZ, which we've got as a trading position. We bought it 6.5, 7 cents, my clients did. There's this app that you've got to download called Socios, like soccer, COCIOS.com app. And, every fan has their own tokens, right, which is just going to be huge. These tokens are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, seriously. And I think Chilez is going to do really well out of this, okay? I don't know, football's huge in Africa and South America, I imagine, but we have Australian rules in Australia and Melbourne, and we are just crazy about football. And, with Australian rules, if you have a team like Carlton and Richmond and everything else, I mean, we're going to go mental over this stuff. So it's a huge market. and Chile's is there, you know, which I think is amazing. So we've got it in the trading portfolio because I'm still doing a really good review of it. But I tell you, everything I look at for Chile's is it's going to be an absolute goer, that one, for sure. Also, Latin America's biggest quant asset manager to launch crypto investment fund called Giant Steps Capital. Now, I don't know how big they are, but that's also huge. So, you know, you've got people doing crypto everywhere and everyone's talking about it. And some cheapest market out there, seriously, it's just incredible. Now, if we go to social media just really quickly, the worldwide Google searching was Digo Finance, Chile's, of course, we've got it, Polgyon, we've got VeChain and Binance, we've got. On 10 out of 10 for Lunar Crush, it was Polygon, Matic, again, AVAX, Coddy, Polkadot, Theta, and Pundi X. And a lot of those we have in our trading portfolio and some in our investment portfolio. So we're looking really, really good. If you become a patron of mine, you actually learn how to make some serious money. So enough of that. We don't have much time. If I go to my trading stuff, you know, we've got bullish, literally 619 now, bullish against 214. And, you know, there's more and more money coming in here and you can actually see it. So, and, you know, it's just quite amazing. Anyway, let's talk about the equity market. The equity market did go bull last night. The NASDAQ closed up 495 points, a lot, and there was a reversal, right? So out of energy and everything else back into technicals, technology. And that makes sense because everyone's looking at the 10-year bond rate in the US, and if it's over 1.6, they start selling the NASDAQ because tech is highly affected by interest rates. If it goes below 1.6, they start buying the NASDAQ back. But look, I think there's too much money coming to the market, and I think it's going to be bull, okay? That's my view, seriously. You know, I don't believe there's low inflation in the system either. So I think it's, you know, there's a huge asset bubble forming. They're trying to inflate the economy. They're going to keep putting more and more money into the system because they want a V-shaped recovery. They need another 10 million jobs because there's 10 million people out of work. And they've got to inflate the economy, and that's what they will do, and keep interest rates low and basically keep the price of oil fairly stable and make sure that the 10-year bond rate is below 1.6. Otherwise, you know, in the 30-year bond the 30-year mortgage rates are over 3%, which wouldn't be great either, by the way. So anyway, guys and girls, that's enough of me today. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you very much for listening.